Hey y'all, how you doing? Oh my goodness, it's good to see you. T Girl, Estua, Carl, Gigi, Joyful, good to see you. It's been a long time. How are all of y'all doing? Been trying to keep up with all of y'all throughout YouTube. Um, it's been a roller coaster ride here. Just life. Gigi, you're lucky it's pouring outside. We were supposed to have rain today, but it barely missed me. Just cooler temperatures. That's always welcome. Hey, Chuck. Good to see you. So, I guess all of y'all have been doing the same thing. Sharon, good to see you. You know, even if we don't meet in person on here, when you talk to people for a year or more, um, you get to know them, and it's been it's been hard. Hey, Benjamin, going through the loss of a friend. Had our differences in separate ways, but still consider him a friend. Um, I'm not going to run this very long, maybe 2 hours. It just depends on y'all in the chat. There's some things I want to talk about that um, that I am seeing and hearing, and I just want to get y'all's opinion of it. Did I say hello, Benjamin? I hope so. um, man, it's just been nuts. I had my granddaughter for the weekend, and because her mama wanted to go to Texas OU game, Garrett, if you're out there, he may be there too. Um, kind of fooled around and fell in love and sabotaged that really good. So yeah, I'm doing just great here. um, so I keep seeing these headlines. Flares too. Good to see you, hon. Don't be jealous, Gigi. Nothing to be jealous of. I'm really good at making that not happen. Um, thank you, Hilarious, too. So I keep seeing these headlines and I keep hearing that we suck as a society, is basically the whole meltdown. And I'm sorry, but I just don't believe that. I do not believe that people are brain dead. I don't believe that people are hopeless. I don't believe that people are just someone to give up on. All people, you know, I kind of mentioned these immigrants coming in. What if we can just talk to them? I mean, I don't know any foreign languages, but if we can just talk to them and see what they want, see what's up. I know there's a lot of crime. I know there's a lot of bad things that are coming in with them. I know they're doing bad things, but are they all? It can't be all of them. And hey, Kiss Up, good to see you, hon. And these people that are throwing out these headlines, it's doomsday. It's okay. So we got Russia and China amping up. What are we doing? Is our military amping up? Nope. They're all up there fighting. Everything in DC is falling apart. They're just falling apart. So what now? It's up to us, the people, to to do what we need to do. Yes, remote fear porn galore. And so I have been watching movies. I have been watching movies about real heroes. Hi, Jen. How are you, sweetie? And these are people who have beat the odds, who have ice skaters and gymnastics. And I know they're girly movies, but that I like to watch them. Dancing movies. Oh my goodness, all kinds of dancing. Melvita, it's good to see you. Remote. And last night it was this 16-year-old girl that decided to travel the world on a sailboat, and from Australia all the way around the world. And she had people against her, and of course Child Protective Services. Oh my goodness, you can't send her out there alone. And it was like, this girl wanted this so bad. That was her goal, to beat the record. And she did it. And that's the thing, is the people making goals and reaching their goals. Have you yet? Have you reached that goal, whatever it is? The cat, good to see you. Nut House, good to see you. Even if it's getting out of bed in the morning, that's a goal. If you're able to do that, hallelujah. You know, um, we're all in different places. We're all at different levels. We're all different people. That's what makes the world go round. But one thing that we have in common, the main thing, is love. Love of humanity. Love of each other. Chris, it's good to see you. I have missed all y'all so much. I'm going to drop the link. If anyone wants to come up and talk about this, I was, I want to hear a song. I know nobody likes music, but dadgummit, I want to get back to the old ways. I want to get back to having fun, and just, this is where we kick back. And yes, there may be some serious discussions, but I want them to be discussions about what we can do. If everything is so messed up, what can we do to fix it? How can we, in our communities, where we live, in our neighborhood, in our home, whatever it is, how can we make it better? How can we get our people to, what do you call it? To strive to be better themselves. Each generation down. If you have kids that you can talk to, if you have grandkids that you can talk to, if you have neighbors you can talk to, just whoever it is, kindness, the whole, I can't give up. I cannot give up. And I cannot sit and believe we are doomed, that they just want us all dead and that's going to be it. No, 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 no. I just don't believe that. That's right. Are his belongings. And he didn't make mistakes when he created us. It's funny you said that. I saw this. I think I put it on my community page. The supercontinent. I know I put it on my Facebook page. Facebook is an amazing way to keep in contact with people, y'all. I know he maybe does it, but it works. It works for me and mine and friends and family and well, that's possible, David, but I pray that it doesn't come to that. But anyway, the push now is this supercontinent thing, and it's saying that when all the land comes together, well, from what I understand, all the land used to be all together, and then it's separated by the waters. So, yes, history repeats itself, but I'm telling y'all, I think that they are pushing this for their climate change agenda because these scientists were talking days earlier before I saw this headline that um, there's a possibility of a supercontinent 200 billion years from now. Who's going to be around then? We don't know. We don't know what's going to be happening. That's a long flipping time. Thank you, Lars, too. Yes, absolutely remote. Yes, and I just saw this thing about um, a Death Star that puts out this radiation. It did the biggest burst to Earth. What if that's how the Earth is healed? These neutrons and whatever it is that's coming out of that. I know there's radiation. There's radiation all around us, and so it's going to be a just. What if it's a rebuilding of the land? That we need that to hit the earth to rebuild the land, to energize it, to get things going again like they're supposed to, like God intended them to be. Amen. Hilarious too. I just, I know I think way outside the box. It's probably crazy and sounds crazy to a lot of people, but it's, it, I'm just not going to look at it in a negative way. I'm not going to think that this is it. It's not it. So I'm going to play the song on the title. Sorry if y'all don't like it. It's not very long. Just listen to the words though. Just listen to the words. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah, that is. Not too much ball moving. Amen is good. We do not. It's nice. Good to see you. No, I didn't know that. Let's do it. Okay, can you hear me? I don't know why whenever I was playing that, it was, what did it sound like to y'all? Oh, it probably sounded like crap, and I am really sorry about that. Here it sounded fine. I was just bebopping with it. I put the link. Yes, it was from my phone. What does that mean? Broken up. See, and I got this headset and I got a mouse. So all these wireless things are hooked up now. And if I, oh, now it's not going to do it. Of course, it's not going to do it. Usually, now, every time I move my computer, it does this or something. I don't know what it is. And now it stopped. Thank goodness. I, I unplugged everything that I could. And hey, Pappy, it's good to see you. Miss you, Pappy. So one of the things that I was reading lately, um, okay, and listening to other people talk, and there's been some of us doing backstages and talking. I know y'all know that, and we just talk and try to come up with things. And Brew, it's good to see you. Try to come up with things that we can each do to help our neighbors and our communities, like where we're at. And um, I've been to meetings with that. Just found out where our Republican meeting is once a month, and um, even though no, I'm not going to just walk in there and trust them and say whatever. it's I just want to see. Oh, it's a huge group of people. I just want to see what's up. Yes, you were dragging the line again. um, I've just been taking notes. When you care about people as a whole, where is your passion when they are standing in front of a train? You see someone standing in the train in front of a train. Aren't you going to yell for them to get out of the way? You're going to yell. And so there's some people who come up and are talking to y'all, and they may yell, and they're like, stands alone, good to see you. And they're they're that's their passion, is they're so passionate about it. They just want to make sure they help you. They do not mean it in a negative way. They do not mean it in a degrading way, even though sometimes it can come off as that. It's just um it, like when you have your children and you're trying to keep them out of danger, and you just keep on um you know, yelling at them, "Don't touch that stove, it's hot. Don't get near the fire, you can get burned." It's people are trying to help each other, and everyone does it in different ways. Elaine, it's so good to see you. And so this is a fight for humanity, and it is the world, and love like God. And then there was this one thing that came up today that it, it was a whole channel of things, but the one thing is um, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. That is so true for me. I don't know if it's true for a lot of y'all, but so I can imagine our picture. I have a really good imagination. So I can picture all these horrible things happening to my kids. And then what does that do? That just causes anxiety and stress, and it it puts us in a way. And so the the goal is to do the opposite, to know that you have raised your children well enough to go out into the world and take precautions and do the things they need to do while they're out there. They're out of our control. Once they're grown, we have no control. And I think that that is the hardest thing to realize, is that I have no control. These are my babies. I would just be crazy if something happened to one of them, but it it all comes down to having faith and trusting that I did my best to raise them, and thankful, thanking God every day that they're still here. They're not on drugs, that that they may not be perfect and they may not have the best jobs, but at least they have a job. And I would do anything for them. When they need to come back home, they know they can come back home. That's just the mama I am. Agitation, confusion, and division in the world system. Absolutely, amen. John Dunning, good to see you. Yes, lead by example. And that's it. When you go out into public, how do you act towards people? Do you smile? Do you, hello, how are you today? Don't say, how are you today? Because you're going to get somebody's whole life story that they're dying. Just say, isn't this a fantastic day? Or, what a beautiful day. The sun is shining and, or, look at this rain. We so needed it. I am so glad to see this rain. There's something positive to find out there every day. It is true, Gigi. I made that mistake a few times, and I'm standing there for an hour listening to woes. There's that noise. Did y'all hear it? I just want to know if y'all are hearing it too. Whenever I move the laptop and it dee 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 dee, because I don't know if y'all can hear it. So I will stay still if y'all can. Yes, you hear it. Okay. Yeah. Mercy. Mercy is a good word. I love mercy. Hi, Charlie. How are you? Let them always have mercy for all. We're missing it daily because we have an adversary who fights against us, but we win. Even if we don't see it coming, because he is our only hope, peace, and reality. Good job. I like that, Cat. It's a motion sensor in the computer. Hey, Cindy, how are you? There's no telling what's in my computer. This is an old little laptop. And I'm not used to all these electronics that go with it. And so I just unplugged them all because this is how I've done it all this time. And here we are. And y'all seem to be hearing me okay because you're responding. So that's all that matters. Absolutely, Pappy, what you pay attention to. And that is the point. Please try not to pay attention to the I mean, yes, we need to know what's going on. Somewhat. But when it's just constant, it's just constant, it's just constant. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's because I'm in Texas. I don't know what the reason is, but I get so much border news it ain't even funny. They're building houses along the border to house the immigrants. Nice of them, isn't it? And so, yeah, that's going on. It's far enough away from me. I don't have to go into their neighborhoods. Will they come into mine? Hopefully not. Prepared if they do. Trying to be as prepared as I can if they do. That's all we can do. Is it frustrating? Yes. Is it? But that's just it. It can get so frustrating and so overbearing. And hearing that these are our replacements, these are that they're to whatever they're here to do. What if they're not? What if they're not? And the fear How many times in the Bible do not fear? 365, is it? One for every day? Something like that. Okay, none of y'all want to come up on panel tonight. I just, thank you, Jan. Just been concerned about all y'all, and I've just been really wanting to. And so I was even thinking, okay, so what if we all did get together and Hi Frog, be good, and you can stay. What if, what if? So, or what if one of us just got a big chunk of land and said, okay, everybody, come here, meet up, let's build a town. Okay, we're building a town. And so, where do you begin? I would say the first thing would be to pick a council. Apple Dumpling, it's good to see you. Don't wow me, Frog. And so a council, if you're building a council, you want people that are fair and just and loving and have compassion, but at the same time can be stern. And when there's trouble or something bad is going on that's got to be taken care of. So that's what I was thinking is like, okay, this is your homework. You know, see how you would build a town. There used to be this game years and years ago. My friends used to play it. Can't remember what it was called. But it was some kind of city thing. We don't want to build a city. We have enough cities, and you see what's happening there. No, we don't need to run either. Don't don't run. I'm just saying, if okay, like even my town is built, and so how would I want that done? And it would be the people picking and these people who are and happy in my notes of just doing examples. You were my first choice because you are that calm. I really miss your calming voice and the way you think and present it. I'm really bad at presenting things. And so, thank you, John Dunning, for dropping that. And so some of that I was talking about a while ago, I think I lost it when I copied that. Okay, let me go. I think I emailed it to myself. Sorry, y'all. I even emailed one, how to deprogram your mind. You can look these up on YouTube. They're how to deprogram your mind is there's all kinds of motivational and things like that. There's all kinds of help for anything. And this is the link for that. It's Seneca. I don't know if it's good or bad. what I'm reading sounds good. And I'm not uh, focusing on, is this evil? Should I be looking at it? It's if it's positive and if it's um, something that can help somebody, I'm going to pay attention to it. Every organization, every community, everywhere, there's good and bad. And we have to try to get along with the bad also. If we can't, then we have to regroup. Is that a good word? I don't know. But Garrett, did you hear where my daughter is for the weekend? Going to see that big college football game. Yes. And that is a good point. That's everything has been exposed. Well, maybe not everything, but a lot. A lot has been exposed. And so now we all have the power to do discernment over what's been exposed. So there's going to be different views on that. And then um, fix it. Whatever it takes to fix it, fix it. We've got to fix it. And that's why I'm in my community getting to know people and talking to people and seeing what's up. Well, Gigi, um, the ones for hunting work just as well. I'll just say that. Well, and that's where we teach our children. That's the difference. These articles that I see about kids getting a hold of their parents' weapons, I'm just appalled that that's just not something. It just doesn't happen around here. We teach them from young up, and they see it. When we go hunting, we take the kids, and they sit and watch, and they watch how to butcher it up, and they eat it. It's it's a way of life. That's true, Gigi. That's Cindy. That doesn't surprise me at all. I think they're all doing that, and I'm talking about all of them. I saw something um, about green that I was kind of, yes, and Bobert. There you go. I think there's some people that have fooled us in a lot of ways, and that's where you keep your eyes wide open, really pay attention to the person, and because it's easy to get up there and lie in the public. You're in the public eye. You have all this already programmed into you just to get elected. We all have, Frog. We all have. And, and that's another thing. We're all broken in some way. If we look at it like that, okay, we're all broken. But you work through it. If you had a really crappy childhood, then you look at it like, okay, that's not how I want my kids to experience life. This is what I want for my children. And then you raise your kids as best you can to not have to go through that brokenness. But then whenever they grow up and they start having relationships, they're going to face it sooner or later. They're going to get their heart broken. I hate to say it, but it's true. And it can be, it doesn't have to be in a man and woman relationship. It can just be bullies at school or bullies when you grow up, or I don't know. Life's hard and it throws curveballs at us, and we just need to learn how to bat better. Or something like that. Absolutely, Jen. We all carry scars. I didn't understand that, Gigi. Meditation is good. Okay, thank you, Stu. Read 2 lines. Because you can't just put it in one box, can you, Gigi? That'd be just too easy. How'd that happen? There we go. Yes, Elaine, that is it. And I think we have to make mistakes to learn. Really did good to see you. But some of the mistakes are not ours. They're somebody else's. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't been feeling too good today. So I'm gonna try and do this for 2 hours, but excuse me. We'll see what happens. Oh.
Hello there.
Hi, Decat. Hi, rabbits.
I don't believe I know Rabbit.
He's been around a while. He's been on panel with us a bunch.
Muted.
One of them that gets crazy with us.
Isn't it, though?
How are you doing?
It's been a good night so far. I've been trying to put together a little studio room. I've had a lot of thoughts in my heart lately that I just need to reach out to some of the community and speak life into them. if that's possible. And I believe it is.
Yes.
I believe that we all still have room in our hearts and our minds to pull forward one more time.
Yes. We're stronger than we think we are.
We're going to be in that day. I know that. I just don't know what it's going to be like between now and that day. But I trust. I trust fully that he's got us covered and he'll do what he says he's going to do.
Yeah.
I don't think it was easy for any of his first followers. I don't think it was easy through time. But we still believe, we still have foundations, and they will live and exist.
Yes. It's in our blood. And Elaine, honey, thank you, but I'm allergic to oregano, so that would not be good for me. And I think it's because I went to my mother's yesterday, and there's cats all over the place outside and dog inside, and I think it's just allergies. It'll be fine.
You know, I've had allergies all my life, but not like to the degree that I do today. But my
Yes.
supply is I do my Claritin each day, and I go out and tend my chickens, and I come back inside, and I feel like I got 1,000 different gnats in my eyelashes, in my nose, in my beard. I just itch my face, my eyes start tearing. Take my medicine, and a couple hours later, I'm fine. You know,
Yes.
but it is what it is. I think we've all been made hyper sensitive to everything that's in our environment.
It sounds like I need to shut my door. I'm sorry about the background noise. I will be right back to Kat.
Okay. Well, hello, all you fine people out there. It's been a crazy day for me. I didn't do much. The weather was nice, but I didn't do much other than go tend my chickens and do a couple things around and clean up the pool area a little bit and did some laundry. Been just a slow, kind of easy day. Then this evening, about 4:30, I decided I start trying to put together a little studio room. I'm entertaining the thoughts of either joining into somebody's channel or forming a channel that will just be open and heartfelt to people.
That sounds good.
No motivations beyond that. Just to encourage and exhort people. They'll make it. Keep on keeping on.
That's what we need. More encouragement out there, more positivity.
And you know, my
Be
wife.
dog
I'm
too.
not the most positive person, but I try to at least project somewhat of that. I don't know.
Yes, I've seen it in your chats, and scripture is always good, or even just talking about our Creator in a knowing that He's there, just knowing.
In a positive light that, you know, even though we're not directly feeling everyday impact and every day is not just 100% victorious, we will win.
Yes. but I'm gonna be standing when I go down. One way or the other.
And once again, you know, I see in the community so many people have needs for prayer, and I'm always open to pray for anyone. I don't care what it
Yes.
is, what it's about. And I ain't the most perfect life, but prayer helps people. They need something to latch on to, they need something to attach your faith and agreement to. And, you know, it's it's a commitment between me and God. If I say I'll pray, I will pray. And it's
Yes. That
it's not cliche, you know, and it's not hard. It's very simple. He understands it at its
yes.
root base. He's got it. So
That's what I do. I make a list and I keep that list, and it's getting so long. And it's sad that it's getting so long, but to where it's just kind of okay, group this health needs, this one financial needs, and just kind of grouping everybody together. He knows the needs of all, and
yeah, and
I do my best. But I'm horrible at praying in public because I get all stumbled up. Hey, sunshine, good to see you. And so I just get all nervous, and it's really hard for me to do. Sorry, remote. It's just, especially if it's uh, really close to me. It that's just something I do in private. It's between me and him.
that's where it's supposed to be. You take it to your prayer closet or that holy place, wherever you find him. For me,
Yes.
it's more often than not out in my garden or his garden, as I like to call it. I go out there. I have a garden, but it's his, and it only goes the way he wants it to go. So, but it allows me my time to go out there. And I don't know if people grasp this, but you could worship God in indoors, outdoors, in any environment, on the river, in a boat, wherever
Um,
you find that sense of peace and where you're open to him and it's a two-way conversation, and then it happens.
Love that, Cindy. Get dancing again. Amen.
Okay. Haven't I just had a sister-in-law who's still in the hospital, had extreme back surgery, and she's had a really rough time of it. She's due to come home tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. And so I understand that, and I've gone through it myself. I Years ago, I fell in 2013. I fell down the hatchway of a submarine and tore everything from my shoulder down to my lower, uh, very lowest point of my back, all tissue and connective stuff. So I know what back problems are. Hello, T. Good to see you.
Oh,
Haven't
girl.
heard in a while. I may
Yeah,
have right channels. I don't know.
she's been mourning her little brother. Um,
Oh,
and that's as hard as it is, and take time to mourn. It, you know, you need to do that. That's the healing process. But the circle of life, I mean, yeah, this is our temporary home.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to sound both ways on this, but I'm going to throw this out here. I know that in my own experience, it about took my life away from me, but I got my life back to some degree at this point in time right now. And I rejoice in that fact. But if you think of even like a bird with a broken wing, when that wing heals, it's double what it was if it's
Yep.
given a chance to heal.
Hey, Craig.
In the healing process, we're doubled if we allow it to happen. And there's times that we don't get the expectation of what we're looking for. But that's in God's hands once again, because he knows better than we do. He knows that, maybe we didn't have enough to go to that other side with it. And he's merciful to us. I don't know. I don't have it, and I'm not going to present it as science. I just believe him and I believe his word. And I'll stand on it till the day that it becomes a reality in my life. And I wait that day.
Yep. It's yeah, I thought I was there. And apparently the girls still needed me, and he let that happen. So here I am. We never know. I mean, it can be instant,
Yeah.
just out of the blue. It
I've,
can be.
with my own eyes, I've seen the miraculous. I've seen withered bodies straightened. I've seen things happen, and then I've seen them not.
Yes.
And only God knows, what the factor behind that was. I don't pretend to know. He does it his way, and he does it for a purpose, even if we don't even see what's, there's things attached to things that create a whole different reality in another life. But God
That's
knows
true.
it from beginning to end and complete.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it, for whatever that's worth. But I just wanted to love on people tonight and be an encouragement and say thank you to this community, because I see a lot of loving people. I see a lot of people looking for answers, and I see a lot of people that's struggling with what has happened to them, the decisions that were made inside and outside their control, and
Yes.
they feel helpless. But
Thank you,
we're not
honey.
left without a remedy. We're not helpless.
To see you. No.
God has an answer out there somewhere, and he has the ability to turn what was meant for our harm to good. So I believe upon that.
Yes. And I appreciate you coming up and helping me put out a positive message. That's what my goal was, to just.
I mean,
Carol.
I'm as at home with the people that are acting up on a given night. I'm at home with the people that are just, trying to find their way. I'm at home with all of them. because I love them all. And I've been
Yeah.
there, and I've been in every aspect of that life.
Yes. We've done a lot of cutting up and getting silly here for sure.
Yeah.
And
And we
then,
can.
yeah, and we've gotten really serious. And but that's just it. Each name that comes across here is a person, and they're the lights. They're my lights, and that's I need this for my healing too. It's like um, hey Jan,
Hello,
just
hello.
just seeing each one of y'all
Greetings.
daily is a it's uplifting, and to see each other supporting each other in the chat, and um that's that's what it's all about, is just being there for each other.
And I really never want to take anybody apart. I don't care what their position is. I try and find the good in it and what God wants to do for them and with them. And if I ever do, I will remove my own self,
Well,
because
I've
there,
kind of
there
done it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You didn't. I overspoke you. I'm sorry.
I've kind of over I've kind of done that. I have um there was a time when there was a lot of bickering going on in YouTube in the community. And so I did a video, and I was like, whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to move it. I was all right, this is it. Like a sister or mother would, I guess, or something. I was we were fixing to go into the ranch and fields, and I was dressed for it, boots and jeans and long sleeve shirt and hat, and it's way back there, and I was like, this bickering has got to stop. That we're supposed to be a community. We're supposed to be wanting the same goals. Darn it, that's why I found all y'all. That I believe it's not. It's I wouldn't say found. It's like we were put here together for this time for a purpose.
Yes.
I believe this was by accident.
Yes. And I,
Yeah, we grew up not knowing what to expect at this age. I mean, we've seen our parents go through it, but
no,
it's something
Absolutely.
really different.
for me, the only person that ever gets surprised is myself.
Hmm.
God's not surprised at any of it.
Hmm.
He sees us as we are. He knows what we'll do. He knows our fail points. He knows our strong points. And if we'll just do what we're supposed to do and follow it to the best of our ability, and not try and grab a following, not try and influence people to do things that's outside of what God intends for them to do, it'll all work out.
Hmm.
That's
It's
my
never,
thoughts, my opinion only.
can I bring a little lightheartedness into the room?
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Listen closely.
I love you, Grandma, so much. With all my heart. I love you.
Oh,
Guys, so blue. I love you, Grandma.
Just some little recordings.
you know what? I kept from old fold phones, Motorola's and old phones for like almost 13 years. And then I suddenly lost them when a phone died one time.
Oh.
But all those little voices from the past, when I'd be out on the road and my son would call me up and tell me something that was really important to him, I just like archived them all. And I'm so sad that they got lost, but I get it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I have my kids on cassette tape when they were little, and my grandkids are on the phone. It's beautiful.
That's whenever someone in my family calls and leaves a message on the voicemail, if it's a good one, I keep it so that I can keep going back and listening to it.
Yep.
And then, excuse me, my daughter, she sent me a little short video in Facebook Messenger when my grandson did his first laugh. I played it on here whenever it was his first really belly laugh, and so that's saved forever, hopefully forever. I need to figure out how to back up a phone with stuff like that, but right now it's on the phone. And usually when I go to transfer a phone, all of it transfers over, so I haven't lost it. But it's also in the Facebook thing where it's there. But yes, those are things to keep forever, hon.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That's what she does. She's a really sweet person. Hooked us up with this game, and it's a really cute little game. It's farming. You plant and you have to water every day, and it's just like life. Like it's a community, and you meet all the people in the community, and they have luau's and
Is that like Farm Town or one of
yes,
those?
it's yes, and so my granddaughter today, whenever she got here, because she's here till Sunday, I think, and after she's all hugging me, and she's got this thing where she's like, she'll put my little finger in her mouth, not like biting on it with her lips covering her teeth. And I'm like, what is this? And she says, I just want to eat you up. And I'm like, oh. But then are we going to play the game? And so that's her reward because I'm teaching her also. And she's doing really well. And, but I can only keep her attention she's 5. So about an hour of doing it. And during that time, I'm teacher Mimi, not just Mimi. If she wants to ask me something, okay, teacher Mimi, what about this? Or if I tell her to do something, okay, teacher Mimi.
Aww.
But those will be most precious memories that you hold on to till
Yes.
that becomes in eternity. There's no discontinuation of that. If I'm trying to express something that's beyond me, but the continuity of that will be ongoing forever in eternity. Yes. And it's so profound.
Yep.
Yes, because she's at the age where that's a memory. I don't think that she will ever forget, even if I was gone tomorrow. I just don't think she will forget those times with me. there's been a whole lot of times with me because their
And
mother's working all the
not,
time too.
not to get all scriptural or anything, but we will be known as we were known. And inside of that, I think that we'll not forget anything. Our minds will be fully enabled to and adapted to tie every point together. And all that love and all that respect and enjoyment, that's heaven.
Yes.
Yeah. It's all love. All
Do you
love.
see
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna start crying.
Do you see what Elaine put? Can you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? That's
Very profound.
yes.
And I do.
Yeah.
How's that happen, God?
And those are the things we need to talk about with them too, is how it was. How that's what we need to get back to. When kids could play in the street, when it didn't matter the temperature or if it was raining or whatever.
Or you
We
went
wanted
out and grabbed the
guided.
garden hose. You grabbed the hose off the side of the house and got a drink and wet
Yes.
shirt, whatever.
Yes.
Or drink water in the stream with the cows, but you're uphill.
Well, you know, I'm going to share a little something here. When I was in my middle teen years, we moved to a very rural community. And in eighth grade, I became the president of the FFA. And I found a whole new life that was foreign to me because I was raised as a child of a Marine drill instructor. So in this transition in the country, I got countrified in the ag community. I was the president of Future Farmers of America, and I just latched onto it, and I helped the farmers through the summers. I prepared the cows for milking in the mornings at 4:30 in the morning, and did a whole lot of things: ducks, chickens, all livestock, things that were foreign, but they prepared me for my life now. And I just wish that half the children of the world could experience something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
It would
Sojo.
it would take them so far from the ghetto and the hustle life that they know and ground them in some kind of reality that is real.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm even trying to say right now, but it's
What's
hard in my heart to get it across.
You teach them about life. It's
yes. And when you're raising animals like that, it's and you're working, like you said, daylight to dusk. And um so that's the girls whenever well, we've always been around horses. I've always been around horses. I love horses. And so then whenever the two girls were the last, and so there's like 10 years difference from them and the youngest of my other four. And the first thing they showed interest in was whales. And I was like, well, that's a little hard to do. We can't go see any whales. I'm not going to go to whatever it's called, where they have the whales. Went there.
SeaWorld or
Yes,
where they got
yes,
him capitalized.
where they're yes. After Free
Yeah.
Willy, that was it. No more SeaWorld. And then um, one of my friends had horses, and she asked if we could come out there and help her with them. And so we started doing that, and it was just instant. They were
Yep.
that's it, and they were taught from the ground up. My one daughter, she wanted to be a equine physical therapist,
Mm-hmm.
so that's A&EM. Well, I'm a UT girl, so we had a house divided, but that was okay. We still got along. And, but she wasn't able to complete college to get that. But still, at the same time, they know where if I got a horse right now, they would know everything to do with it, except for if a vet was absolutely needed.
Well, she she actually learned the basis of it and can fulfill the obligation of what the normal person could do. Yeah.
Yes.
And has a heart for that. And that's the thing, there's so many people that are left without a heart for anything. And
Yes.
there's that big void that needs to be filled. And once it is, that person becomes a whole different person, and everything in their reality and the world around them changes, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I mean, the simplest things that I ever learned are some of the most profound things that help me today.
Yeah.
De-
Gives you
Dealing
a perspective.
and I got 6 chickens right now. I
Cool.
get an eggs every second day.
Yep.
And it's not because of what I'm doing. I'm just giving them what they need and they do what they do. And my refrigerator's so full of eggs right now, I just need to go hit the neighborhood and drop eggs off to everybody.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but that's how God blesses me.
Yep. Yep.
I understand.
And earlier in life, like I was talking about in those years, I worked for a dairy co-op,
Not
and I
any.
get up at 4:30 in the morning and go wash cows so that they could put the milkers on them. And you know, there was a certain amount of responsibility and grounding in doing that I learned at a young age. I don't know if
Yeah.
this helps anybody or not. I'm just rambling.
Oh, you're all right. But I am going to go ahead and close up for the night. Um, I will start trying to be more regular again. And um, I do have my granddaughter for the weekend, but in the evenings, the 2 girls are here. They're off work, and so they usually keep her entertained for a while. But um, I so appreciate you coming up to Kat and putting your positive energy out there. And Jen, your little laugh is adorable. And thank you for putting your positivity out there.
I got a
And
little. My service dog is laying here. She had 8 teeth pulled today. She is
oh
laying.
no,
Oh my gosh. She is just, yeah. I got to try giving her some meds, but she was crying earlier. But I'm glad she was quiet when we were talking. But thank you for having me up. I really appreciate
Thank you, Helen. Yeah, have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies, and everybody for being here. It was
And
good.
thank you.
It got a lot off my heart.
it. And
Good.
blessings and love to everybody. Love you all. Sending
Love
you
you.
prayers. Keep strong.
Absolutely.
Till the next time.
Yep.
Love
Thank
everybody. That God bless y'all.
thank
And all have a good night.
you too.
And thank y'all for coming up on panel and talking to me.
Love
Much
you.
appreciated.
Love ya.
Love you.
Bye.